I like it. So when we start talking, well, here you go, that's okay. How many of you have an alarm sticker or sign that don't have an alarm? Fantastic.
You have an alarm.
I have an alarm.
No, but he's saying if you have a sticker but you
But
don't
you
have
don't have an alarm, okay? That's okay too, because what you're talking about is the psychological impact, and that very much matters. To your point about cameras, if it's going to have a deterrent effect having the camera, but see the thing is we don't know. I never know if the dog thing works, because if it worked, you wouldn't be the victim of a burglary. So I can't track it. Does that make sense? I can only track once you're a victim. So a sign out front may not hurt, even if you don't have an alarm. A fake camera outside or a real camera outside may have an impact. A dog bowl out back, a big leash out back. The story I always tell there is I walked outside doing an assessment. She had like a 60-foot dog leash out back. And she started to try and put it away. I said, no man, leave it right there, it's perfect. Now her chihuahua was that big. But the idea was the same. If that's a huge dog that needs a massive leash, I'm not coming in. You can do the same thing with a big boot. Couple of big dirty boots in the backyard. Those are all things that matter to somebody. So you can do this kind of thing. And those are real cheap. You can do as well. So, yes, beware of dogs. No soliciting signs are unenforceable, by the way. You can put them up all over your house. You can put them up all over the neighborhood. They're not enforceable.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My question is that are these burglaries usually planned or like an instantaneous? So do they actually go through the neighborhood, look for patterns, looking for easy targets?
They don't look for patterns. They're all opportunistic.
Okay.
So that's why we say with the solicitor part, if you don't answer the door, you may be setting yourself up for a burglary when you're home. Preston had a real bad burglary trend about 1.5 years ago. They had 30 burglaries over the course of about 3 months. That's what was happening. Somebody was going to the door, they would knock, no one answered, they'd go around back and kick in the door. We know that because they kicked in the door on a couple houses that were occupied because the person heard the knock and didn't answer. So that's why we're talking about that. It's all opportunistic. Because again, it's too much work to figure out your pattern, right? Like, I don't want to spend 8 hours trying to figure out your pattern when I have no idea what's in your house, right? I'm just guessing anyway. I'm assuming because you're in care you have stuff. Whereas somebody else has left 4 newspapers in the driveway. I'm picking that house.
So from 1 to 10, which percentage do you recommend people raising a dog?
Raising a what?
A dog.
A dog?
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't put a percentage on it. I am a former canine handler, so you can't have enough dogs in the house for me. But that's a lot of work. So,
What kind of dog do you recommend?
what type of dog? I'm a German Shepherd person. The reality is, you know, I don't want you taking on a live being, a live thing as your crime prevention technique. Take on a dog because you love dogs or want a pet, and just get that as an added bonus. Because a lab that barks might not be 40 pounds, but it barks and the bad guy walks away. Whereas the 100-pound shepherd may be quiet, and you never know. So.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
How far is it true that these burglars carry some sort of metal detectors?
Thank you for the question. There is no such thing as a gold detector. It does not exist. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. I have been fighting that rumor for about 3 years now. Somebody asked me the other day where it came from. I have no idea where it came from. I'm going to blame Facebook because I blame everything else on Facebook.
So it's not true.
It is not true at all. Okay. Here's what happened. So I'm going to make an assumption that some folks in this room celebrate Diwali. Yes.
Yeah.
During Diwali, again, correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to have all of the valuables that you're going to wear at Diwali in the house, potentially when you wouldn't during other seasons. Yes?
Yes.
What we had, I think this is where this originated from. What we have in Cary are what I call burps. You'll go 9 months and not have anything ever. And then you'll have one burglar hit 5 houses. Kind of like what's happened to you. Between that week, that 8-day period, you had 2 burglaries. That's a burglary, okay? That particular burglar hit a neighborhood when folks were celebrating Diwali. And so what did they get out of those burglaries? Gold. So we as human beings, we try to fill in the gaps. Like we want to know why they hit my house. And some internet sleuth get on. They've got a gold detector. So please help me help you dispel that rumor. Comedy aside, here's how I know that's not the case. Diwali is celebrated generally same time every year, yes?
Yes.
If they were targeting Diwali, would we not see an increase in burglaries in Indian homes every single year during Diwali? Yes? And that doesn't happen. So comedy aside, that's why I can safely say that's not possible.
So if there is a burglary sometime, say for example March 7th, right? It happened the first one in Anklet.
Yes.
And would you guys patrol around the area because it happened within a week, the second one
Yes.
within a week.
Yes.
So next door.
That's correct. So what will happen is that the officer that took that report is obviously familiar with that report. He will send that information to other officers that work that area. So I think you're in beat 19. You're in District 2, but the district has 4 beats. So you're in beat 19. So there are 5 different 19 cars. Okay? 3 during the week and 2 on the weekends. So this officer who took that original report on the 7th would have shared that information with at least those 4 others, potentially with all 35. And then so we all know at that point, hey, let's be in the area. Okay? But think about, and I'm going to give you a number that might sort of provide some perspective. Your district, District 2, if we broke it away from Cary and made it its own town, it's the 13th largest city in North Carolina. Just by itself. The growth that you're going to have within the next 15 to 20 years, if you broke it away, it would be top 10. That's how big it is. Okay? So, this particular area would go all the way up near Durham and Chatham County, all the way out here, and all the way down 55 to near Carpenter Fire Station Road. A lot of area, right? So that's why, while he might be on Up Rock at 4 p.m. and then 9 p.m., between those time frames, he's taking calls elsewhere. That's how that stuff happens. That's why it's more important for you all to watch out for each other, pay attention to each other, know when your neighbors are away, call when you hear an alarm going off, fortify your own home, because then you buy yourself time for us to get there and you guys are safe. Yes, sir.
Do you think if I got a sticker from National Rifle Association?
That's a sticker from the National Rifle Association. That goes into the dog scenario. Stickers, dog bowls, sneakers, cameras, all that sort of stuff fits in that same sort of mold. So, I had a parent tell his kid, when that solicitor shows up, tell him, hey, Dad's cleaning the shotgun, can you wait a second? Whatever works for you, we're okay with it. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned there was, one point there were 12 crimes, all came from the same home.
11, yes, ma'am.
Was that just coincidence?
No, that was a family issue that needed significant intervention.
So then usually if you're out for a short period or long period, so it's a good thing to have the lights on or?
Well, if you have motion, you sort of manage that yourself. Like you can just leave them on. Try to make it look like the house is occupied. So if you go away, some folks that can't see, so if you had if you had an exterior light that you can't see from the den, so putting a motion light won't matter there. Some folks will put a timer on that light, so it automatically comes on. But beyond that, then you leave like the TV on inside the living room and a light on inside, or a light upstairs on, just to make it look like it's occupied.